Hello and welcome back to Get Up and Game. My name is Josh and this is another one of my early morning plays. I'm going to start calling these early morning extras. I really like doing this because it's just an easy way to sneak in another game that I wouldn't have otherwise been able to film. And I've actually had some people say that they like these sort of relaxing casual games. I was sort of afraid the very quiet tone of my voice would be not that much fun to listen to, or the nature of the lack of editing might make the games less fun to watch, but so far it's only been positive reviews, so I'm going to keep doing these when I have time, and they're a heck of a lot easier to make than my normal playthroughs that I put a lot of time and effort into preparing for and editing and just adding all the extra stuff to them. These, it's just, I'm just going to play a game and I'm not going to edit it at all, so if there's mistakes or if I take a little bit of time to think, like, that's just how it's going to be, because I want these to be as easy on me as possible. Okay, that is enough intro. As you can see here, I'm playing two-handed with Colossus and Ghost Spider. I had a really fun idea for a Colossus aggression deck that I knew would not work in solo. So I wanted to play it in two-handed, and I've really come to like Ghost Spider a lot more recently, so I'm going to be playing her, though I am playing her Injustice, which I know there's really no good reason to play her Injustice. There is no great synergies. This deck is decent, but I more just needed somebody to play Justice, and I was in the mood to play Ghost Spider, so that kind of worked out. And I'm playing against Expert Rhino because we're going to be playing against Expert Risky Business for the two-handed play for the Multiverse Progression Saga. And so Expert Rhino got left on the table, and I know at least one person wanted to see him. So I thought, well, I'll just play it against him because I want to play this Colossus deck. So here we are. So I'm going to keep the decks off camera just to try to save some space. Two-handed is going to take up a lot of space. This Colossus deck takes up a lot of space if it gets set up the way I hope it does. I've played a couple practice games. One went horrifically badly and one went really, really well. So we're 1-1. We'll see how this goes. I'm playing Expert Rhino, but we are playing with the Reavers. Are mixed in with the Rhino set because I like the Reaver set. It's really challenging. Put these big minions on the table and you absolutely have to kill them as fast as you can, and if you don't, you're going to get overrun. The teamwork keyword is really cool. I've also got Long Shot in there, so if I'm very, very lucky, I will draw him. So we're just going to get started. Draw Colossus's opening hand. Really want to see all of his key setup pieces. Wow, this is really, really terrible. Alright, I do like the combat training with the power of aggression, but I'm going to ditch the rest of this because I'm really looking for his titanium muscles, iron will. I really, really, really want those cards. Oh, there we go. Iron will, meat of rage, armor up, and fluid motion. Okay, so yeah, big key to the deck is fluid motion. Just really want to get Colossus's basic attack up as high as I can with combat trainings and fluid motions and lots of readying. So it's really fun once it all gets set up, though it does take a little bit of time. So that's his, and then she is drawing. We'd like to see Take to the Multiverse and George Stacy or a web bracelet, and we got none of those things. So I'm just going to ditch all of this. Don't want any of those cards. Okay, we'll take that. That's not bad. Okay. Come on, give me something. Man, 12 cards and not a single web bracelet, George Stacy, or Take it to the Multiverse. That is pretty terrible. Okay, well, that's what we've got. Just use this as our first player token. And so Colossus, starting here in round 1, so we definitely want to get the Iron Will on the table and probably the combat training and the fluid motion and just kind of get the setup started. So we're going to flip Colossus into hero form, and we're just going to do that. Get a combat training, we'll put that right on him. We'll get a fluid motion on the table, and oh wait, no. I can't afford fluid motion and iron will. What am I thinking? Also, he gets a tough. He flips into hero form. And yeah, I really want iron will. So we'll get that down. So now he can thwart for 2, but more importantly, when a tough is discarded, he gets to draw a card. Oh, I forgot to search for my organic steel. Sorry about that. I played 2 practice games and somehow I still managed to forget to do that. So I can, okay, that's going to change some things though. Because I really, really, really want that organic steel. I really, really want the iron will. I think, well, as much as I want to get this down, and I would normally play this, if I had remembered to grab it, I probably would have played it already. I don't want to take too much back here. You know, I'll just get a fluid motion on the table. It's going to be a weird Colossus game, I guess. Hopefully we find our other organic steel here soon. All right, and since we didn't get taken to the multiverse, we can't shuffle it back into our deck or do anything with George because we didn't draw that either. So Gwen is going to flip into hero form. Also, we're just going to have Colossus thwart for 2 off of the breaking and taken. Okay. Now, Gwen. Well, I think we would like the Heroic Intuition since she's meant to be our main thwarter, so then she can thwart for 2. And, oh, this is going to work nicely, actually. Yeah. We'll get the Heroic Intuition down on her. Then we'll just use these to get the Sense of Justice down. That's going to help us pay for the, clear the areas that are in here as well as the Phantom Flips. And then we can just play the Web of Life and Destiny. For 0, she has a fair few Web Warrior allies in here, so just gotta make sure everything's on the shot. This is gonna take up a lot of space, so all right. And then Gwen is also gonna thwart for 2, so it's nice I was able to get them both to 2 thwart on the first turn. That went really well, so we can get rid of breaking and taken. And I think that is everything we're gonna do. So it's still Gwen's job to defend, even though she's not in protection. It just isn't always going to be as effective. All right, there's titanium muscles. That's another key one I really wanted to get out early. And not much else. And Gwen, we get Spider Ham, clear the area. Warning, that's nice to see. SPDR, and a web bracelet. Okay, cool. So the main scheme goes up by 2. So we're playing 2-player, and I have to try to keep that in mind. I don't often play 2-handed, though I'm going to start playing more, I think. Now he is going to be attacking into Colossus. Now I could defend with Ghost Spider, and then if she takes a damage, she'll be able to ready by playing this, and then I'll be able to defend for her. Normally I wouldn't mind if Colossus lost his tough there, but I don't have an organic steel to replace it. And I really want to protect his tough. So basically Ghost Spider is here to make Colossus's deck work. So she is going to go ahead and exhaust to defend this. It's for 3/4, perfect. So she'll play a warning to prevent the damage she would normally take. So that's going to allow her to ready per her special ability. So she takes no damage there. And now Rhino is attacking her. And let's see, if I defend with her, we're still going to be able to get the web bracelet down. We won't be able to afford to clear the area, which is unfortunate because it would be, well, if we play clear the area first, we get a cover. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and defend. It's fine. It's early in the game. 3-0. So she takes no damage. We get a card for Colossus and a card for Gwen. Colossus, okay, that's actually not a terrible time to get this. So we're gonna put George Stacy under this, and we're gonna have to try to get him later. Oh, it's gonna be a while till I saw him or Ticket. They were both pretty low in my deck. So now at least we have access to George when we want him, because we can go to Alter Ego and Exhaust to get him. Okay. And with all the Confuse and Stun in Colossus's deck, thanks to Steel Fist, hopefully that won't be too difficult. And her card is, she's going to get attacked again and get stunned. Unless I throw Colossus in front of this, that's how it's going to be. So Colossus is going to play the titanium muscles, and then that is about it. I think we're just going to go to Alter Ego anyway. So it's fine. I'm just going to have him defend for her because I don't want her to get stunned. When she gets stunned, it's such a pain because she needs to be able to activate to play most of her events. So it's better to avoid. Okay, cool. So he loses his tough. We do get to draw a card for the Iron Will because he lost a tough. We get a clobber. And okay, we survived the first round. Everybody's exhausted, but at least we are hanging in there now. So we really want to get a web bracelet down, and we need to play, we're going to play clear the area to remove these 2 threat. It's going to let Gwen draw a card, do a pyramid and punch, and yeah, we'll just use both of these to get a web bracelet on the table. That'll be really nice for the future. She can't do much else, and I don't want her to flip down yet, even though we could set up for George, but I really want Colossus to flip down because now he's got nothing going on. And even though he only schemes for 1, it's probably not a great idea for us both to flip down. We still haven't seen any of her Phantom flips, so she's got a lot of threat removal left in her deck. You know what? I'm gonna risk it. This is really crazy, but I think it'll be fun. Well, so that's her turn, so she's gonna flip down. She does have to exhaust, so we can't do this yet, and we can't do any of her alter ego stuff yet, but okay, cool. And then all we're going to do with Colossus here is, let's see, if we play the clobber first, say we do these 2 for a clobber, we get the clobber back, and then we can play the titanium muscles. Sure, might as well. So we'll discard these 2 to do a clobber for 3 damage to Rhino. She starts at 30, using my fancy new Magneto dial. So he takes 3 damage, goes down to 27. And then the clobber comes back to my hand because it was the first card I played this turn. I could exhaust a fluid motion to give Colossus +1 attack. Every time you play an attack event, you can exhaust a fluid motion to give him +1 for the rest of the phase. It's not going to matter though. And then I'm going to use these 2 cards to get a titanium muscles. That is going to give him a +1 attack, and he gets resources based on how many toughs he has, which is currently 0. He's going to flip to alter ego, which is going to let him shuffle a Colossus card back into his deck, and it's probably going to be this organic steel. Yeah, we really want to get that rolling so he can get all his free toughs, because this gives him a resource for every tough he has. So ideally, I can keep 2 toughs on him, and then that's going to be worth 2 resources when we exhaust it, which is just incredibly powerful. All right, so that is everything. Okie dokie. Hopefully Rhino doesn't get huge boosts when he schemes here. So Gwen's hand, Ghost Kick, Spider-Verse. Come on, take it to the multiverse while I'm in alter ego. Oh, that would have been so perfect to be able to use it to play this. Oh, I get to draw one more card? No. Well, okay. And then Colossus is drawing another fluid motion. No Bulletproof Protector is very nice to see. Genius, the other Bulletproof Protector, Steel Fist, and Martial Prowess. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Trying to figure out where I want to put everything two-handed. So we're putting 2 threat back on the main. Now Rhino is scheming against Gwen for 1, 2. Okay, not too bad. And scheming against Colossus for 1, 2, 3, 4. That was not great. So we are at 8 of 14. Yikes. Got 2 cards here. First one, Shocker's coming out. Do 1 damage to each hero. Well, that worked out. No one is in hero form. And, oh boy, Shadow of the Past. That's going to make things real tricky. So we're getting the Juggernaut. Oh boy, this is one of the worst ones. He comes in with Stalwart and Toughness. We get the Rampaging Juggernaut. When revealed, discard each tough status card from each friendly character. Wow, we really picked a good time to go to alter ego or not have toughs. This all kind of worked out. So it doesn't get any extra threats. It only has 2 per player. And his ability is, oh, just Stalwart and Toughness. Okay. Then we're going to shuffle these 3 terrible cards in the deck. Well, this is the first time I've had to deal with a Juggernaut in my practice games. Let's see how we handled this. Okay. First player token passes, and here we go. So when we flip up, we're going to get a tough. We could get a second tough, which is going to get us 2 resources off of the titanium muscles. That's going to be nice. We also have a double, We don't have an easy way to ping this tough is the only kind of unfortunate thing here. So I think we're just going to flip into hero form, which is going to get us tough status for free. And then if we use the bulletproof protector to get a second tough, we'll draw a card. So I think that's what we're going to do. So that discards a tough and then adds 2 toughs. But since we lost lost a tough, we get to draw a card. Getting the Hulk, mostly there just to be a blocker, though there are a lot of fist resources in this deck, so it's not too bad to attack with them. Now, we're currently attacking for 4, so that's such a waste to do a tough, so I could play Hulk with the titanium muscles and attack with him. Hopefully nothing too terrible happens. And then I think we can kill the Juggernaut pretty easily. All right, that's what we're going to do. We're going to exhaust the titanium muscles for 2 resources because we have 2 toughs. That's going to play the Hulk. And we're going to do this first before we see what else happens. So the Hulk's going to attack into Juggernaut, which is just going to ping his tough. And then we discard it's a lightning. Oh, you know, if I was smart, I should have attacked Shocker. Well, I didn't know I was going to get a lightning, but that would have worked out really well. So everybody's taking a damage. Hulk takes 1, Juggernaut takes 1, Shocker takes 1, Colossus takes 1, Gwen takes 1, Rhino takes 1. And I think I got everybody. So, oh, and Hulk takes another one for his consequential. So that was that, but now Juggernaut is vulnerable. So let's see, we definitely want to, it'd be nice to get this down. But I'm gonna use the bulletproof protector to ready so I can attack a second time and play as fluid motion. Okay, I guess that's what we're gonna do. So he's attacking for 4. Just put that on him, and then we're gonna play bulletproof protector to discard a tough to ready your hero. So we're going to discard a tough. It's going to ready us. And since we lost the tough, we get to draw a card. Another Steel Fist. And now we're going to attack again. So it's going to take the Juggernaut off the board. So that's good. And now, let's see. I do want to get the martial prowess down. And hit Rhino with a Steel Fist. That's going to leave us without any toughs because I can't get a organic steel on the table, but I still think that that's not too bad. So yeah, we'll get martial prowess just on the table. Got a few resources to work with. And then I'm going to use a martial prowess and a Steel Fist to play a Steel Fist. Deal 5 damage to an enemy, and if I discard a tough, you can stun and confuse them. So I'm going to discard this tough. We're going to stun and confuse Rhino and do 5 damage to him, down to 21. And since we lost a tough, we get to draw a card. Ooh, okay, so we can either get the studio or the fluid motion down. I think we've used everything. I could exhaust fluid motion to give me +1 attack, but that's not going to matter. And which would I rather have, a second fluid motion or get the studio done? I don't really need the studio because the main thing I would use it for is to find the iron will and the titanium muscles, and we already have both of those. So let's just get another fluid motion on the table. I think that is the end of Colossus's turn. Now Gwen is going to, and then we have to deal with Shocker, and he might just sit there for a turn because I really want to exhaust her to get her dad. Now we need to remove some threat, and we did not draw any threat removal, but we are just going to live with that for now. So she's going to exhaust. That is going to remove this from the game, and that adds George to our hand, so that is really nice. Now if we play him while we're still in alter ego, we could use him a whole bunch, which could be pretty cool. We're not going to be able to play Ghost Kicks, we're exhausted. So let's go ahead and use this warning to get George on the table. And then we can exhaust him to add a card to him, and if we want, we can ready him with our alter ego ability. Since we don't have a ticket to the multiverse to shuffle back into our deck, would be the other thing you can do with her. So, and what does this do? This lets us attach an event from your hand or discard pile. Well, it's definitely, let's see, it's going to play for that. Yeah, let's use this. That's going to let us attach an event from our discard pile to George. Let's, I'd get a Phantom Flip if I had one. I think, let's get a Pirouette and Punch just in case an advance pops out. Let's make sure we can cancel it. Yeah, because that's going to be up to 10 of 14. Yeah, okay, he's going to get a Pirouette and Punch. Let's just make sure we have that as an option. And now if we want to, let's see, we're going to get this other web bracelet down. Someday we'll actually use them. And then we're just going to use George to attach Ghost Kick. We're going to use her ability to ready him. And we're going to exhaust him. He's loaded up. He's got his 3 events. We didn't really accomplish much of anything on the board, but we're going to flip into hero form. Well, he's stunned and confused. I can actually stay down. He'll be stunned against Colossus, confused against Gwen. He'll scheme for 1. We'll add a total of 3, 11, and then an advance probably kills us, which we haven't seen any. Oh, that is risky. And I can't cancel it because we're not in hero form. You know what? She doesn't really want to stay in alter ego. Her abilities are so hero focused. I don't think it's a good idea. We'll save that confused for Colossus. So we're going to ready everybody up. Okay, we're starting to build a big board. Both of these decks are taking up a lot of space already. And hopefully I'm not forgetting things. So he was first. Okay. So he's going to draw his hand, Yarnborn, drop kick, another drop kick, and ooh, that focus, that's going to be nice. So we have a lot of our cards on the table. And she's drawing, ooh, there's Ticket. Ooh, Angie, it's okay, we got lots of money. Wiccan, Symbiote Suit, Tempting, and Warning, nice. Okay, so the main is going to 10. He is stunned against Colossus, but he is attacking Gwen for 3 plus an amplified boost, plus Shocker is also going to attack, also Colossus. Did I forget to go to alter ego or something? No, I think I just ended up in a weird spot. Okay, that's surprised I left him with no tufts, but I guess that's where we ended up. Sorry, that really threw me off. Anyway, Rhino is attacking Ghost Spider for 3 plus a big boost. So we should probably defend that, and then we can Ghost Kick. Shocker is kind of a waste, but that'd be one way to deal with him. Probably won't bother to do that. Okay, we're just going to defend. Rhino's attack for 3, 4, 5, so she would take 2 damage. She'll play a Warning to cancel one of them, which will ready her and allow her to draw a card. So she ends up taking 1 damage, down to 8. Oop. And our card draw is a Phantom Flip. Oh, hello. And we'll just go ahead and play that immediately because we're still in the response window. That's going to remove 5. Yeah, we better take it off the main. I'm a little bit less worried. Oh, I think I forgot his Amplify. Would have been 1 more damage. Yeah, I do want to get that off of there, but we just want to keep the main under control. Now, Shocker's attacking for 2. I don't think it's worth defending because we want to be able to activate our next turn. So she's just going to take 2 damage. Down to 5. And okay, I think that's everything there. So card. This is an assault. Colossus getting attacked again. When a card is revealed, so we could cancel that. It wouldn't do any damage because there's no boost icons, but at least Colossus wouldn't be getting attacked. I'll just use Hulk to block. That's kind of what he's there for. It's fine. 3, 4. Well, that's the end of the Hulk. And Now she's getting attacked. Darn it. And if she's damaged, she's stunned. Well, she's going to be damaged. Oh, that is really unfortunate. Well, I really wanted her to be able to attack and kill Shocker. And then, oh, well, we can always just pirouette and punch that, can't we? Well, let's just do that then. Yes. We'll play pirouette and punch. Cards reveal, deal damage equal to 1 more than the number. Also, it'll do 2 damage and cancel its effects. Very cool. Very cool. So 19. Excellent. And back to her. She's got 2 cards left. We're clearly not playing the symbiote suit. I don't think we can really do much of anything. We can, yeah, pay for some threat. We can't afford. Oh, we could afford a ghost kick actually. We could, yeah, let's just do that. We're going to attack Shocker because the threat's pretty much under control now. So I was going to deal 2 to him, knock him out. We're just going to use these 2, pay for a ghost kick, deal 6 more, just rocking Rhino's world down to 13. That's going to ready Ghost Spider and draw us a card. Hopefully it's an event that we can save under George. Beautiful. That worked very nicely. Like I was saying at the beginning, I know there's not any super great synergies with Gwen in Justice. You're basically just playing Justice cards along with Gwen's cards. But she has quite a few of the responses and interrupts in her own deck. So even if you aren't able to include a lot in your aspect cards, there still should be enough to trigger her abilities most of the time. So she definitely has the most synergy in protection, but you know, I wanted to do something different with her. And she's just going to, let's start working on this, I guess. Port for 2. There we go. So that is the end of her turn. Now, Colossus would like to get the Def Focus down. He doesn't have any Toughs. I feel like I missed something somewhere, but I'm just going to live with it. So I could just get Def Focus and Yarnborn down and then flip to Alter Ego. Seems fine, just a little bit more setup. So I've got all my resources, and I've got a lot of damage. We're just going to tuck this underneath here. Try to remember that it's there. We'll have Colossus Thwart for 2 to get this off the board. And go to Alter Ego, which is going to let us shuffle in a Colossus card, which will probably be, have yet to play Organic Steel. Really like all my free Toughs, please. So there's 2 in here, so I think hopefully I'll be able to play one now. Maybe I should have put a Bulletproof Protector back in now that I think about it, but too late now. So ready, 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 ready. You'll notice I'm not playing with the tokens lately. I go back and forth. I really do like exhausting the cards, so I'm trying really hard to keep everything organized so it doesn't look sloppy while I exhaust the cards. So she's drawing 5, getting nice. Okay, that's definitely some good cards. And he's drawing 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, armor up. So well, he's confused. So we don't have to play this. Oh, we finally got an Organic Steel and a way to pay for it. That'll be nice. Assault Training while we're in Alter Ego. That will also be nice. So I'll probably just use that to pay for that. Okay, cool. So this is going up by 2. Rhino is attacking Gwen. Might as well defend, and then we can play a Phantom Flip. Seems good. So we'll defend for 3. He's attacking for 3, 4. So we take 1 damage. We are down to 4. So definitely need to be aware of that. But then we're going to go ahead and play. We'll play the one in our hand, or should we play the one on George? Because that's going to leave us with 3 cards. Not quite enough to play that Sonic Rifle if we wanted to. So I guess we might as well play the one on George. Save the resource in our hand. Oh, we are going to draw a card with Web Bracelet though. So yeah, actually I'm going to save this one for later. And we'll do the one in our hand. So it's going to remove 5 threat from the main. It's going to allow us to ready and draw a card, which is going to be clear the area. Not really getting my web warriors going much at all. And let's see, he's confused against Colossus. And now it's just card. We're doing a really good job of keeping the board clear. We've been lucky on the Reavers. Let's see if that continues. Hard to keep down. He heals for 4. Well, we can certainly live with that. And Hydra Mercenary. Good old Rhino. You can put the hardest modulars you want in his deck, but if he draws his cards, they're just not going to be that bad. All right, so going back to Colossus. So yeah, let's get this assault training on the board. I really want to be drawing my clobbers, so we're going to use one of them. And I'm supposed to exhaust it, but just to save space, I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm going to shuffle a clobber back in, because the clobbers work so well with the fluid motions, because you're guaranteed to be able to play 2 attack events if you really want to. And so you'll be able to trigger 2 fluid motions. And it's just a really cool combo there. All right, we're going to flip up, get a free tough. And let's get an organic steel on the board. Oh, wrong card. There we go. So that's going to give us 2 free toughs in the future. And I guess we're just going to play. Oh, I could have used, well, I had all these doubles, because I could have used Titanium Muscles and Def Focus to pay for that. And I could have held on to my double. So if I use both of these to pay for the organic steel, I'm left with this. What I need is a way to draw cards, and I don't have any way to, like if I could lose a tough, I could draw a card with Iron Will, but I just don't have any way to lose any toughs. So I guess, yeah, in the end, it's not really going to matter much. I'll be able to hold on to a double for next turn, get all 3 of my fluid motions out. Colossus is just going to punch this Hydra Mercenary very, very, very hard. And I could discard this for 2 damage to Yarnborn. And you know what? I've got so many resources on the table. Do I really need to hold on to this? I don't think I do. Oh man, I don't know. Is it worth doing? I'll keep it. I guess it doesn't feel worth doing 2 damage. So that's that. Now for Gwen, she could play the Sonic Rifle, which is kind of why what I was thinking. It would be nice if we get that down. She could play Clear the Area. I might as well. We've got the Sense of Justice to pay for it. So Clear the Area. That's going to let us draw a card into Spider-Man, whom we can't quite afford. Now, if we could get him into the discard pile, we do have Across the Spider-Verse. So if we used him, oh, the problem is we're about to reshuffle and redraw our deck. So if we don't do it, I don't think there's a way to do it now. Because like if I used him to pay for that, I'm not going to have 2 resources left to pay for him. Oh, am I? No, because if I draw a card, I'm going to empty my deck. I have 1 card left. So this isn't quite going to work out. So I think we're just going to attack for 2. Bring Rhino down to 15. Then we are just going to Ghost Punch him. Or do we just play the Sonic Rifle? Should I just play the Sonic Rifle? It's going to give everybody lots of opportunities to use their cool stuff. Sure, I guess I'll just do that. So we get the Sonic Rifle down. Now, she does have Ticket in the discard pile, right? Didn't I see that? Yeah. So let's go ahead and confuse Rhino. She'll change to Alter Ego, since Colossus just flipped up. Now he's going to have to fend for himself, but he has Iron Will and Organic Steel, so it'll be fine. So she's going to flip down, and she is going to shuffle Ticket to Ride back into her deck with her, or Ticket to Ride, Ticket to the Multiverse with her Alter Ego power. That's just nice to be able to use that multiple times before we decide to finally play it. And I think that is everything. Ready it all up. We are going to be getting an extra card in Alter Ego, which I believe I said was a terrible idea, but it's just how it works out sometimes. So she gets an extra card. She reshuffles her deck. 3, 4, 5, 6. So her hand is going to be, yeah, a whole bunch of stuff we would have liked to have been in hero form to play, I guess. That's all right. And then Colossus. Yeah, we're going to hold on to this strength. Limitless stamina. Limitless stamina. Come on, give me a clobber. Oh, this might be a really fun turn. I might finally get to see what I've been trying to set up here. So, break in goes up to 2. He is attacking Colossus. Now, I want to make sure I have... Well, I'm not going to defend, so I guess he's just stacking into the tough for 3, 4, 5. Breaks the tough. We'll use the organic steel to get a tough back. And that's going to let us draw into another clobber. Very cool. So he took no damage. And now Gwen, he's confused against Gwen. Now we have a card and a second card. So Colossus's card is Rhino's going to get a tough. That is actually going to be kind of annoying. Well, Gwen's first, so maybe it won't be too bad. And let's see, his first card is going to be a side scheme, and he gets his horn. Wow, that is incredibly easy stuff. All right, back to Gwen. Now, if we can spend Take to the Multiverse in Alter Ego form, we could shuffle it right back into our deck yet again, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to use Take to the Multiverse to get out arrows. Make sure everything's still in the camera shot, okay. And then we're going to use her ability, shuffle it in. One of the things I kind of criticize Ghost Spider for her is her economy is pretty rough because she's got a lot of 2-cost cards. So sometimes the hand with 5 cards in your hand can get a little wonky depending on if you get your bracelets out and stuff. But if you can get Take to the Multiverse, you know, in your deck and reshuffled multiple times, getting that access to the extra doubles is fantastic. So now we have arrows. We can flip into hero form. So we could use arrows to take the tough off of Rhino. And then we can, what's Rhino at? He's at 15. We can't do much else with what's in our hand. She has so many cards that are meant to be played in the villain phase. So we could use a Phantom Flip to clear the crowd control. So let's just do that. We'll have Ghost Spider attack. Yeah. She'll attack to take off the tough. And then we'll just play Phantom Flip to clear the crisis here. That's going to ready her and let her draw a card. Making an entrance. Which, well, actually, that works out really nicely. Let's exhaust her to thwart, and that should be ready, but this isn't a thwart event, unfortunately. So we'll just use the... That doesn't really matter. I'm not going to hold on. Maybe I'll hold on to warning. We'll use this to play making entrance. So now she's thwarting for 4, and if she removes all the threats, she heals for 2. So that worked out nicely. Back up to 6, and probably will hold on to the warning just because she kind of needs the protection right now. And might as well go ahead and confuse Rhino again. And Eros is just going to hang out until he has some threat to remove or a tough to ping. I think it's not really worth using him. And we are going to hold on to this warning most likely. Alright, Colossus has 5 cards because he drew off the Iron Will. So here's what we do. We are going to use Titanium Muscles and Martial Prowess to pay for a Clobber. Deals 3 damage. This first card you played, return it to your hand, so it's going to come back to my hand. It's going to deal 3 damage to Rhino, and I get to exhaust a Fluid Motion. Now I could discard a Punchy card to deal 2 damage to Yarnborn. Let me just figure out my resources here. Yeah, I am going to have an extra, most likely. Let's see, he's attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play another Clobber, he's attacking for 6. Okay, it's better to be readying, I think. So if we discard a clobber, that's going to be another 2 damage, and then we can limit the stamina and limit the stamina. Yeah, let's do... Oh, that'll pay for one of them, actually. So that pays for one of them. Okay, so we can't afford another clobber. Oh, the question was, do we want to Yarnborn that? Sometimes the math in these is really difficult. Because we definitely want to play another clobber. Which means, oh, you don't want a Yarnborn. Okay. So we're going to play another clobber for 3 more damage, down to 9. Exhausting another fluid motion. So now Colossus is attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll attack for 6, which brings him down to 3. That's kind of a weird number. I didn't really think about that. So now, yeah, it's just not quite going to work out perfectly. Well, yeah. So we will def focus to ready. He attacks for 6 more. Just going to bring Rhino down to 0. Oh, and then we're going to be stunned. Yuck. Well, what are you going to do? So he goes to 0. He flips. He's tough, and we are all stunned, because that's what he does when you go to a stage 3, if you've never played Rhino and Expert. So, didn't really think all this through. My really cool big attack turn is going to get cut a little bit short, but, you know, that's just how much health he had, so. And then we're just going to limitless stamina to ready one more time and clear our stun. So that was still pretty good. You kind of see the potential of how much damage you could do. You know, if he'd had a lot more health, we could have just kept punching him real hard. And that is everything. Now, we could flip down because he's confused. We're going to get an extra encounter. I keep saying not to do that, but there is a ton of room on the main scheme, so we should be fine. So yeah, so we're going to flip down. When we do, we get to shuffle in a card. Let's get a Maid of Rage, and we're going to use this assault training to get a clobber. Make sure we have those rolling. And what that's going to let us do is going to let us flip up into having 2 toughs. And so the titanium muscles is going to give us 2 resources. So, ready everything up. We still have this organic steel. He's still tough. Sometimes the worst part of playing two-handed is just readying 100 cards, and even if I was using tokens, I would still have to remove a ton of them. So Gwen is going to draw, let's say she still has this warning in her hand. She is getting attacked. She's stunned. Yeah, we better hold on to it. She's a 6. So 1, 2, 3. Wow, that's annoying. 4, 5. Oh, come on. What are you doing to me? That's terrible. And then Colossus is drawing 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting lots of, oh my goodness, I'm gonna kill him next turn probably. Oh, because he's at 32. We're still getting 1 more card. But yeah, I think Colossus is probably going to be able to do 32 damage by himself next turn. Oh boy, yeah, that's going to help because we can attack real hard. We can do all our cool, yeah. That's going to be awesome. That's going to be awesome. So, Gwen's hand is terrible. Colossus's is really good. 2 on the main, and he is attacking into Gwen, who is gonna exhaust to defend because she's got a million ways to ready. So he is attacking for 5, 6, so she blocks 3, so she's taking 3 damage. I could prevent all 3 of it if I wanted to. And you know, she doesn't have much else going on. And I think Colossus is going to be able to get the job in the next turn. So yeah, we're just going to prevent all 3, which is, has that ever happened in the history of Marvel Champions? Has anybody ever played 3 warnings in the same attack? She takes no damage. She readies, draws a card into a web binding. Okay, so if anything stupid happens, she can cancel it. That's nice. And let's see, now Colossus is confused against him. And we just have card and second card. So card. Attach the enemy with the highest printed attack without a copy. Gives him +2. And, okay, so it's kind of like his charge. He's just going to do a really, really, really big attack. Oh boy. You may flip to alter ego, choose exhaust Colossus to remove from the game, or discard this card in each tough status card if you discarded no tough status this way. So I could lose his tough. I'm going to flip up. I'm still going to get 1. I don't want to exhaust him because I don't have a single way to ready him. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. So yeah, so we're going to discard this card in each tough status card, and this is only in hero that I get to draw a card. So that's too bad. And also with this, I can't get it back with that. And oh my goodness, if Rhino does get to attack again, oh, without a copy attached. Okay, so I was going to search. Into Bone Breaker, he's got toughness, and after he engages you, take 1 indirect damage. Oh, so we would have lost our tough anyway, so that kind of worked out. Colossus takes 1 damage. Was he? That might have been. I don't think he took any damage this. Oh yeah, I think he did from Hulk. Okay. So, well, we got really, really lucky on the Reavers this game. My first practice game, we got absolutely swarmed with Reavers. Okay, well, the bad news is Rhino is tough, so I'm going to have to waste some kind of decent damage to take care of that. So we're going to flip into hero form. It's going to give us a tough. And now, if only I could have, is there anything Gwen can do to deal damage? I doubt it. No. Can't exhaust arrows. Well, darn it. Okay, then let's see. I guess we could just attack. Oh, we don't have a way to ready. We can basically only do 1 big attack. All right, we're going to use Titanium Muscles and Martial Prowess. Are we just going to knock it off with the Clobber? I think we are. We're just going to go all in because I think, because this is going to be 6, 12, 17. Well, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of damage. I don't know if it's quite going to be 32, but it's going to be a lot. So yeah, we're just going to knock the Clobber off, or the tough off with the Clobber. Comes back to our hand. That's 1 fluid motion. Then we can play Clobber again for 3 damage. So he's at 32, so down to 29. That is another fluid motion. Then we can attack. Oh, if I do a Steel Fist first, let's do a Def Focus and Organic Steel for a Steel Fist. That is 5 more damage, down to 24. Oh, I can't discard my tough. It's just sounding confusing. Well, that's fine. Still 5 more damage. And then, so we're attacking 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus 6 is 13. Oh, I can only play 1 of these because I have to discard a tough. Wait. I think we can make this work. Let me make a basic attack, discard a tough status, which lets me draw a card with Iron Will, and lets me put another one on with Organic Steel. We're all responding to that cost. So we get plus 6, and then I can do it again with this one. Whew. Scared myself. I don't get another tough, but I do get to draw another card. Oh, yeah. So now I did lose track of the math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13, 19 with Overkill. So that's going to bring him to 5. So I don't even really need to bother with the Overkill. Can Gwen do the damage necessary to finish him off? We're going to attack him for 19, bringing him down to 5. That was pretty cool. I don't think I've ever basic attacked for 19 before. And if this had been a limit of stamina or something, we could have attacked for 7 more. But we can do another Clobber. for 3 more. Bring him down to 2. Gwen, can you do 2 damage? Is there any way that you can do 2 damage? I'm starting to think there isn't, and I probably should have hit Bonebreaker. We've got to cross the Spider-Verse here. A single Web Warrior. Oh, man, come on. Arrow's going to attack for 1. This is crazy. I can thwart and heal, but she can't attack because she's stunned. Arrows can only do 1. I have no damage over here. This is ridiculous. So then let's be a little bit smarter about it. I'll deal 5 of it to Bonebreaker. Give Rhino 5 health back, because Gwen can't even do 2 damage on her turn. And, well, what she can do, she can do something, right? Well, we're going to exhaust to clear her stun. Do we even bother? I guess, because we don't really care about that threat. Arrows can remove that threat. Really thought the game would be over this turn. Colossus did what, 30 damage? Gave him 2 damage shy of killing him in 1 shot. Now he's going to do this massive, massive attack, which we can cancel, actually. Let's make sure we hold on to that. Let's use George. Yeah, we're not getting much done this turn. We're just going to use George to hold on to web binding, and we're going to discard these 2. When Gwen gets stunned, boy, that really, really wrecks her game. All right, we'll play 1 more turn, I guess. So, ready, everything. I'm just glad I got to have the big, cool turn with Colossus, and it would have been so much cooler if we could have readied him and attacked at least 1 more time, but can't complain about 30 damage. Now he's drawing 4. Okay, Rhino's at 7, so pretty sure we got him there, and then maybe Gwen can kill him. Maybe she'll draw a couple ghost kicks here. Or maybe she'll draw no ghost kicks. Well, darn it. Okay. Did I put Bonebreaker's toughness on him when he came out? I don't think I did. So let me fix all that, actually. So I guess Rhino is down to 2. And we still have a Bonebreaker in front of us. I'm pretty sure that's correct. And maybe I would have done her turn differently, but I don't really care, I guess. So 2, I don't know why there's a damage on there. Oh, it was supposed to go on arrows, I think. It's funny not editing these things out. Okay, now we have no toughs. Oh, we're not in great shape here, actually. This is interesting how not great shape we are in. Because Rhino's attacking for 4, 5, 6, 7 with overkill and piercing. Colossus has 12 hit points. And he's also getting hit by Bonebreaker. Now, Gwen can handle some of these things. All right, we're gonna just take, we're just gonna block with Colossus because we've got all the damage we need in our hand. It looks like, hopefully, probably. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, minus 2 is 7, so Colossus is down to 5. Bonebreaker is attacking. We could web binding that just to cancel it. Would ping the tough, but it doesn't ready her, unfortunately, because she's not exhausted. We definitely could just do some web bindings, or we could just cancel his attack on her. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll exhaust to block that. And then Rhino is, let's see, does this fall off? Yes. And then he is attacking her. She's just gonna cancel his activation with that web binding. And now we just have our cards. Colossus and Gwen. So Colossus is, oh, the villain's gonna scheme for 1-0. Thank you, long shot. Always nice to see you. And Gwen's card is, oh, this is gonna go on Bonebreaker. So now he cannot take damage until he attacks, which is a really, really cool way. You know, these Reavers, they want to build up on the table. There wants to be a lot of them out. And when you make it so you can't kill them, makes them very good at doing that. So now she's exhausted. Oh, what did I exhaust? Oh, she exhausted for there. So I probably should have played something. Oh yeah, the web binding. Ready turn. Yeah, she would have drawn a card. Okay. Hey, Spider Ham, I could actually get a web warrior on the table for, I think, the first time the whole game. So what is Rhino's at 2? Rhino's at 2. Attack. There we go. Well, there we go. So that was a fun game. I hope you thought my Colossus deck was cool. It was really, really fun getting to use all the fluid motions and doing that huge, big attack that one turn. Takes quite a bit of setup, but, you know, that's all right. That's kind of what two-handed is for. It's just fun to be able to get something set up and go. Gwen's deck, it was fine. It played better in the last practice game. This time it didn't do that much, but it managed the thread. I mean, we definitely kept that from losing, and we kept Colossus alive, and that was kind of the whole point, so I guess that works out. So thank you so much for joining me for this early morning extra. Just a fun game to sneak in. So if you liked this, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And I hope to see you next time we get up in game. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.